Okay, quick review. If I give you 6x squared times 5x cubed minus 2, what's the main operation in this one? I know we've got subtraction within this binomial, but what's the main operation that you see? Distributive property, which is a form of multiplication. Good job. This is mainly multiplication. So, and Tyler's already said it. We have this monomial times a binomial, and we're going to distribute. So, Tyler, actually, while you're at it, would you help me? What is 6x squared times 5x cubed?
30.
Good job. Good job. So just a reminder, when you're multiplying powers with the same base, add the exponents. Good. Now, I like to go ahead and bring down my minus. And then, Katie, what is 6x squared times the 2?
Minus 12x squared.
You got it. Okay. So you all know when it's a monomial in front of any polynomial, you just distribute. Okay. Where it gets a little bit more interesting today, is we're doing something a little bit different when it comes to multiplying polynomials. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do it in the order that they suggest, because I want to skip straight to FOIL because it's my favorite, but you'll see where distributive property comes in handy in a little bit. Just trust me on this. So essentially, you're going to get something like this. Now, let me zoom out for a minute. This was a monomial, one term, times a binomial with two terms. What are we multiplying here? Y'all see it? This is a binomial. This is a binomial. Okay, so we can't just distribute in the normal way anymore. So to use distributive on this, what we can do is, I'm going to say break it up. Take one of them and break it up. Okay, and again, polynomials, the terms are separated by addition and subtraction. And again, focus on the sign being in front of the number. So you're going to split in front of the sign. So to use distributive property on this, you're going to take your 2y and multiply it by that binomial, negative y plus 1. And then you're going to take the negative 3. It goes next. And you're going to multiply it by that binomial again. Okay, so you're taking this piece, this monomial, multiplying it by the binomial. Then you're going to take this part of it, this monomial, multiply it by the binomial. So you see how we've got that? Good so far? Okay, and so now you just distribute. And they kind of maybe gave you a homework problem or two like this the other day to help prepare you, but yeah, just distribute. 2y times negative y, you should get negative 2y squared. Go ahead and think ahead of me on these. Plus 2y times 1, well, that's 2y. Then do your negative 3 times y. What is that, y'all? Good job. Positive plus 3y. And then negative 3 times 1, negative 3. Good so far? We'll do another one in a minute just to make sure you got this. And then look to see if you have any like terms. And remember standard form, go with your highest degree first. So highest degree is that negative 2y squared. Isaac, do you see any like terms in this? Look closer. You got it. Add those up and you get. Good job. And then don't forget your minus 3. So now you've got this trinomial that you all got. Doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you can get 4 terms, but in this case, this is your final answer. That's what you got when you multiplied. Okay, not too bad, right? Okay, so let's do another one just to make sure you got it. And if not, I'll come back and keep working on them. Go ahead. And again, if you want to work ahead of me on this, 5x plus 3 times 4x minus 2. Now, you can actually split up either one. I just tend to go with the one in front, okay? But if somebody wants to try it the other way, you should still get the same answer. So again, I'm going to kind of cut that in half. And then, ooh, everybody's going. Watch it. Tyler, would you tell me how to set it up?
5x and 3
times, get your binomial.
5x. And do put the 4x in there as well.
You got it? We're taking this, multiplying it by the binomial. You remember what to do next?
Then we had +3.
Yep, then do the +3 times the binomial. And this is just basically distributive property. Okay, good job, Tyler. So now go ahead. If you did 5x times 4x and got 20x squared, and then minus 5x times 2 and got 10x, I agree with you. And then if you did 3 times 4x and got 12x, and then 3 times -2 and got -6, I agree with you. Look for like terms right there. And then don't forget to do your highest degree first. So if you got 20x squared plus 2x minus 6, give yourself a big fat check. Okay, you got that? Okay, then if you think you've got that, then I'm going to move on to FOIL. Okay, no, with FOIL, it stands for, oh, what do you call it? Is it an acronym? Thank you. Again, I'm not a grammar or an English person. Wish I were, but I'm not. So then F stands for first, and I'll explain this in a minute. Just get this in your head first. Then O is for outer, I is for inner, and L is for last. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we're going to apply that on a problem. This is an example 2 problem. So let's say we've got 6x minus 11 times x plus 4. So to do FOIL, we're going to do the first. Trying to figure out. Some do it like vertically, some do it across. Let me go ahead and do this one across, and then I'll do it vertically, and y'all can pick the way you like. Okay, but this is, when we're doing first, these are the first terms of each binomial. Do you see that? For this binomial, 6x is the first term. For this, excuse me, this binomial, that's the first term. So for the first, it's going to be your 6x times your x. Okay, and then plus we're going to do the outer next. So for outer, let me go ahead and label it like this. These are your first terms. Okay, now for your outer, look at your outside terms. See where my fingers are pointing? How those are on the outside. So these are your outer terms. So you will do, I'm trying to do it with different colors. 6x times what? 4. Plus, now, if these were your outer, move your finger in, and there's your inner terms. See how those are on the inside? Okay, so I need another marker. These are your inner terms right there, the -11 and the x. So plus -11 times x. And now we're going to do the last terms. So let me review here. If you look at this as a binomial, this is your binomial. These were the first terms of each. Now look, these are your last terms in each one. Y'all see that? Kind of makes sense? Okay, can be kind of hard to see at first. So I'll do the -11 and the 4. Those are your last terms. And you don't have to show this much, obviously, once you start doing these. I'm just trying to help it sink in this first time. -11 times 4. I'm barely getting that in. Okay, so now let's clean it up. What is 6x times x? Good job. Plus, now do your outer, 6x times 4. Good job, 24x. And now your inner, your -11 times x, -11 times x, -11x. Good job. And then your last. You got it. Okay. And again, usually I'll skip all of this and I just look at it and I go first, outer, inner, last. and you go really quick through these. Okay, once you get practiced at them. Okay, so combine like terms. We've got 6x squared. What's 24x minus 11x?
14.
I think it's 13x. It's okay. Minus 44. There you go. Woohoo! Good job. Let's do another one. That's it. That's FOIL. So binomial times a binomial. Probably. Because when you get to geometry, I assume that you've already done FOIL. So I think we had a little section on it for review just to kind of remind everybody. Little different. Okay. Well, I don't know if I was as thorough with them because I'm like, y'all should remember this from Algebra 1. Yeah, sorry. Which realizing that you were still finishing this shop, I should have made sure you were good. But my apologies. Okay, let's do another one. 3x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. Let me show you that other one that I have seen some come to me with. And they do FOIL like vertically. And then they do, okay, I'm gonna start calling y'all, see who's really paying attention. Harmony. Which are your first ones? You got it. And what's 3x times 2x? Wait, 6x what? Yeah, good. You probably said it. I just didn't hear it. Okay. Y'all good on that? 3x times 2x, 6x squared. Okay. Now, what's my outer, Travis? This throws people.
3x times 1.
Okay. So, and good job. 3x and the 1. What is 3x times 1?
3.
Good job. Isaac, where are my inner ones? Nice job. And what is negative 1 times 2x? Fabulous. And then what are, I just pointed to it. Katie, what are my last ones?
-1.
Negative 1. Okay, great. Again, I don't even see the sense in even doing that, but I guess it helps you see where you got your like terms maybe. So when you clean that up, it's 6x squared. What's your 3x minus your 2x? X, and then minus 1. Okay, so if that helps you, it helps some people, go for it. Good. Let's do another. Again, I need to have y'all practicing these. We've only got a week or two left. You need to be solid on FOIL before you go. N minus 7 times N plus 4. Okay. Who wants to do the whole thing? Go for it, Harmony. You don't have to write out FOIL. I'm just doing this for notes purposes, okay? Yep, N times N squared. I agree. Okay, she did her outer 4 times N, 4N. Good job. No, be careful. Yeah, don't forget to look at the sign in front. This is negative 7 times N, so minus 7N. Nice job. There you go. Negative 7 times 4, negative 28. And again, you don't even have to write the FOIL. So let me see this. I want to see where you got your first, your outer, your inner, and your last. And then I want to see where you combine like terms. Okay, that's all I have to see, and I'm happy. So N squared. So Harmony, to wrap that up, what's 4N minus 7N? Good. Then minus 28. Okay. Like FOIL? Okay, you'll warm up to it. You get quicker at it. You'll think, oh, Algebra 1. And again, this only applies to which special occasion when you're multiplying polynomials? What's this? A binomial times a binomial. That's when it works. That's it. That's all. So, oh, I am so glad you asked. Here we go. Example 3. Okay. Essentially, when you hit your workbook, all the example 3 problems are going to be a binomial times, what was that you asked, Katie? Trinomial, you got it, 3 terms. Okay, and that's where they wanted you to warm up to the distributive property that we did in example 1, because that's what we're going to have to do there. So for A, let's say we've got x plus 2 times 2x squared minus 3x plus 2. I'll let you get down all those numbers and x's. Same thing. It's gonna, you'll see. Oh, well, we can do one in a minute. Let me get through this one and I'll show you. But it's essentially you're taking one of them and breaking it up into parts and you're multiplying it by the other one. Say it again. Yeah, it just takes longer. Okay, speaking of longer, I'm going to do this the long way for your notes, and then I'll show you where you can kind of skip a step, okay? So it's kind of like with the other one. Take your first one, and actually we could do the same thing here. If you want in a minute, I can show you how we can break this one up and multiply it by that. But you're going to take your first one, so you get your x, and then you're going to multiply it by everything in the other one. So take your x times your trinomial, and then I'll do this one in a different color to help you see it. And then we're going to take that 2 plus 2 and multiply it by the trinomial. Yeah, the only difference now is this is a trinomial instead of another binomial. So once you get that first one split up, start distributing. Here we go. X times 2x squared is 2x cubed. X times minus 3x is minus 3x squared. X times 2, 2x. And then you keep going with the next one. 2 times 2x squared is plus 4x squared. Y'all tell me if I make a silly mistake. 2 times negative 3x is negative 6x. And 2 times 2 is plus 4. Did y'all get that? Okay. And now this is just like what, the last section or two? Oh, you look for like terms. You got to simplify. So start with standard form. Get your highest one, which is what degree? 3. Good. We've only got 1/3 degree, so start with 2x cubed. Mark it out if it helps you. Now look for your squared terms. So your minus 3x squared, your plus 4x squared. What's that simplify down to? Just 1x squared or x squared. We don't put the 1. Good job. So again, if it helps, knock it out. So there's less to find. Now look for your x to the first terms. Now, and some people circle these. What's 2x and a negative 6x? Negative 4x, nice job. And then we've only got this one constant, the plus 4. And you're done. See, those aren't too bad, are they? A little labor intensive. You got to be kind of focused on the details, but they're not bad. And if I get going, y'all might have some time to do some homework in class. Hey, let's go the other way, just for fun. Let's say you've got 3x squared, and it doesn't even have to be. The order really doesn't matter. So let's say to have loads of fun, we break up the trinomial. So we're going to do the 3x squared times the binomial, 2x plus 7. I'll even do different colors each way. Then we're going to do the minus 2x times the binomial, 2x plus 7. Then we're going to do the 3 plus 3 times 2x plus 7. See what I've done there? It doesn't matter. You just take one of them and break it up, and you multiply each piece of that by the other one that you do not break up. Yes. Wait, I didn't actually hear that.
It would be like 3, but instead of having a binomial parenthesis, it would be a trinomial parenthesis.
Yeah. I think I got you. I don't know. So can you see that and it makes sense? Kind of. Okay. We can go over it the other way too, but essentially you're taking this 3x squared and you're going times 2x times 7. That's what you're doing right here. And that's going to give you, Isaac, what's that going to give you? Be careful, it's x to the first. Good job. Then what? Second. Good job. Good job. Okay. I should have stuck with my colors. Nice job. Travis, what about this minus 2x times 2x plus 7?
That would be -4x² and -14x.
All right. Nice job. And then who wants to help? Go for it, Tyler. What do you want? Let's do this one.
6x. And then 1 plus 21.
There you go. Okay. So again, you don't have to do it multicolors. I'm just hopefully getting parts of it to stand out to you. Look for like terms. You've got your 6x cubed. They won't always come out with that being first, but usually. And then what's your 21x minus your 4x squared? Anybody? 17x squared. And then we've got our minus 14x and our plus 6x. What is that? Negative 8x. And then our plus 21. So if you got that, good job. Okay, let me, okay, let me show you another way that I would probably do B. If I saw it like this, I'll do B option 2. And again, this is just my way. You may not like it, but it's simple. So say, what did I write? Okay, so say we've got the 3x squared minus 2x plus 3 and the 2x plus 7. Yeah, sorry, 2x plus 7. I'm getting sloppy. To keep writing at a minimum, which I know you all like, and I do too, I would probably then just go, okay, I'm going to do 2x times the 3x squared and get 6x cubed. And then I'm going to do 2x times the negative 2x and get negative 4x squared. And then I'm going to do 2x times 3 and get plus 6x. And then I wouldn't even do the arrows until you get comfortable with it. But then I would move to that 7 and I would do 7 times 3x squared. What's that? 21x squared. Good. Then I would do 7 times negative 2x. Good. And then 7 times the 3. 21. I mean, it saves a little bit of time, but then you've got your 6x cubed, and then just go ahead and combine things again. Negative 4x squared plus 21x squared is 17x squared. Add your x's, you get negative 8x, and then you got your plus 21. So yeah, still writing, but I guess my point is you don't have to do this part right here. If you want to skip that, skip it. Okay. I was gonna, do I want to do the word problem? I'm almost to the point I don't care about. I'm almost to the point we're 2 weeks out. Like, I don't care about word problems at this point. I'm gonna skip it right now. Just get this. Let's start with no homework for Good Friday. So Wednesday, practice 10-3 example. Numbers, let's do 1 through 23 odd. And 27 to 37 odd. And it may just annoy y'all to death, but this first section, pay attention. They want you to use the distributive property. Second section, use FOIL. Okay, just so you're fluent in both. And then let me look in your book. I'll try to make this next one shorter. You might even want to do the book work first. That's FOIL is only for a binomial times a binomial. So it really doesn't get any, I mean, they may change it up where you have like a 6x cubed minus 4x squared, but it wouldn't get much worse than that. Not that I know of, but y'all know I don't know everything, so yeah. That sounds a little scary. Where are we at? Is this 3? Okay. Yep, get a start on that. We've got what, 20 minutes? 15 minutes left in class? Y'all can put a hunk of chunk out of this. Get her done. Get her done. Yep, there you go. So that's I really think that's going to move quickly. I don't mean to stress y'all out. And then, of course, Friday is no homework. So if y'all need to go to a church service or something, you don't have to worry about math. Okay, let me know if I can help you. Yes. Not too bad when you're watching it, but then when you have to sit down by yourself and do it, it's like, oh, I know, I've been there. I remember. Okay, number 1 in the workbook. Okay. I've got to find it just a second. Okay, so number 1, they want you to use, do not do the tiles. I wish we had time to do the hands-on tiles, but we just don't have time. So we will just do distributive property. Okay, so distributive is where you're essentially,
I think, do we split it down the middle and do x times times 3 and 1 times x times 3?
yep. Yep, that's it. And if you really kind of want to be fast about it, x times x is, and then what's x times the 3? And now take the 1. What's,
1x and 3.
yep.
Then I
So, yep,
thank you.
you're welcome. That's what I would do.
Just doing a few lines and just.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's beautiful. I'll take it. Yeah, I want to skip that step too. I don't blame you. But if it helps you organize your brain for a little bit, it's okay to do it as thorough as I did in the notes. Kind of trusting you all to do what you need. There.
Your screen.
Ah, okay, something's come loose again.
Okay, you walked over.